Now we're starting with the cone chair, and it is basically an upside down triangle. So we're going to start with a vertical center guideline. Then we're going to do two angles so it's almost like a downward angle or upside down A. Drawing your horizontal guideline so that when you draw your oval or your stacked ovals for the seat and the base, that it looks symmetrical. Okay, so that's why we use a vertical and horizontal guideline. Then I kind of use my fingers to measure like the bottom versus the top so that it's pretty equal. And then I swing that curve around. So it kind of looks like an expanded ice cream cone. So now I'm going to define the seat cushion a little bit more, the seat lip. And again, you're going to want to use your reference image to help with the shape. Now, go ahead and draw this horizontal guideline so you can get your X so it looks more level. And then you can offset your lines from there. Now, for all those the little X I drew, I'm just going to give it almost like a wedge. So it's the metal base that it sits on, and then I will just get a little dark line that shows the disc that it sits on, and maybe some vertical lines. So now I can define that wedge just a little bit more. And that's all there is to anything that you're drawing with that has a base, like an office chair or something like that. That's what you're going to do. Now that you have that, you can use that to go ahead and darken the line for the cone using that as your center guideline. You can shade it a little bit more, and then you later on you can use your paper stump to smooth it out. But now you can define it now that you have the overall shape. So remember, you're never going to darken anything until you're happy with the shape and the form. Now I'm going to darken this area right here because in my reference image I have this as a really strong shadow. So now it becomes much more three-dimensional. Now darken that area right under the lip of the cushion. Extend it out, see how much of it is shown. I'm going to start to think about if there's a lip to this area. Start to shade within that pocket. The back of it has some kind of form to it. There's going to be a negative void. Once you erase the things that you don't need anymore, those little guidelines that you had used earlier, you can now use your paper stump and you can control your value, and so that you can get this nice little progression so that it looks like it's three-dimensional. So this little second layer of seat, it's like stacked cushions. So now it looks like it is a 3D form that's curved. I'm just using that with a paper stump. Now if you don't have a paper stump, sometimes people use like Q-tip or tissue paper or something like that. Some extra fabric you might have around, but don't use your, your, your finger, because if you're sweaty, it's just going to make a mess. Alright, now you're going to take a sharpened pencil and define the edges a little bit more. Go ahead and erase, use your eraser so that you can get some really nice contrasting values for your number 1, number 2. And you can clean up your eraser bits. You can use your paper stump to kind of bridge that value a little bit if it's a little too stark on the edges, to make the edges a little softer, and you're all done.